right, big review. This is the Premiere Collection Padme Amidala from Star Wars Attack of the Clones 1/7 scale statue. That's right, this is how Natalie Portman looked in the final big action sequence of Attack of the Clones. Now, it's hard for me to zoom all the way out on this one. I don't think I can. I can zoom back in, but it's a very large box. The box is easily 15.5 inches across. It's a little over a foot high, and it is 8 inches wide. So I'm going to turn it around, give you an idea. And don't worry, we'll do some scale comparisons. But this monstrosity from Gentle Giant and Diamond Select Toys is $200 retail. I do recommend ordering from your local comic book store. You order this bad boy or bad girl from Gentle Giant, I'm certain at this price point it's going to have free shipping. You definitely want to check that out. But we're going to turn it here so you can see that she's got the Trade Federation rifle. We've got the ripped shirt. It does look like Portman in the picture, which is really cool. We put this one back here, and clearly we've got a sculptor who knows what they're doing. So image looks good. We've even got a cut here on the arm. I didn't even see that on. You can see it a little bit over here, but another great. I love how they give you an angle on every side. So this is really, really neat. We're gonna open this up and we're gonna see how good she really is. So stick with us. So if you watch any of my reviews, and I hope that you do, I often wonder why this is here, and sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. Premiere Collection, check. Price point, woo, really up there. Another good indication why this one could actually have the Gentle Giant stamp. Now, I've had two from the same line not have Gentle Giant stamps the same, so it's a little different. So, again, my last couple of reviews, I've been noticing that these cards have been in sleeves, so that's really, really nice. I prefer it this way. This one has a nice gloss on it, too. Really nice, but it doesn't quite feel like the normal kind of card. 383 of 3,000, so we'll sit that back in a box. I keep all this stuff with its original packaging. If you listen to my reviews, I rotate through different busts and statues and mini busts so that I can mix up the variety, and it's not like you come into my house and there's 300 of these things floating around in every nook and cranny. It's just you got to rotate them through. So I even have seasonal ones. I have the Jackson Star Wars, green Space Bunny rabbit one, and I keep that one just for Easter. Well, for next Easter, because I just got it. It was at Star Wars Celebration Europe. So really, really nice. One of my favorite pieces right now. So before we open her up here, again, we have 383 of 3,000. So already, I will tell you, I just pulled out the base with the broken pillar behind it. The one that she climbs up on it with the chain. And Obi-Wan says, Padme's doing fine. Very, very heavy. Her arms, her one arm with the Trade Federation blaster rifle is detached. There's magnets, fear not. And then we've got her out of here. So let's get her out and clear this giant styrofoam box. So, please forgive me. The white balance is all over the place. It's just really reflecting the light the right way. Probably be from the sand. There we go. Just trying to get it back. Loving the details. The chain here does have some give. It's not gonna. It's attached, but it's not gonna break. So we'll just leave it where it sits. And we do have nice little rock residue, which is really hard to see because this light keeps catching. There we go. Little bits of broken sand and paint, everything to make it look more lived in. And when I say more lived in, for me, more lived in is better because that is the essence of Star Wars. It always has to look like it's been lived in. It's just, that's something that George Lucas was, everything has a purpose. Everything's been used over and over again. It's not brand new cardboard technology. Unfortunately, Star Trek looked a lot like that, even through the 80s. All right, so we're going to pull her out, and then we'll get her blaster off here, out of the bag. So, I had mentioned that Padme was cut, so it's cool to see how they painted a line there. I would rather have had like a gash, but her fingernails, we do have some really nice detailed lines here. The gun has a gunmetal paint to it, so it looks brand new, perhaps as if it's never been fired. I do like saying the lived-in look, but when it's a Trade Federation Corporation, like toy and not toy, Trade Federation blaster, it may never have been fired before. So that's kind of an interesting take on it. When I do say lived-in, check out these boots. Look at all this weather, this wear, this dirt, sand. I mean, every little detail is here. And I'm going to say it. I'm going to move. Actually, I'll move up this camera a little bit. That is a fantastic likeness of Natalie Portman. I can see why the price point is so high. I mean, that is her. Now, we do have the tears here in the back, which was something we could not see in any of the packaging, which was really cool. We couldn't see that at all. Still have the armband here from this side. This one's still here, all ripped off. Love the holster. Gun gone. Now, putting the gun on the base would have been cool, but then again, she had the gun removed when she was taken prisoner. She couldn't really do that. But great base here. The boots are fantastic. And, oh, look at the hair. So the hair is just also all that intertwined stuff that makes it Star Wars. But really, just a great likeness of Natalie Portman. Actually, I don't think too many of her figures looked as good as this. So you put her on there. Let's see if we can white balance a little bit more. And we'll turn it here. But $200 retail. I love the look of the blaster. I never really noticed how much space is between the trigger here and the top. It's just a little bit of give, but there's a magnet there that holds it in place. And then we have spikes down here in the boot, so we're turning it here. But this thing is a beast. This is where your weight is. This is what you're paying for when you ship it. You're paying for this thing. Why it's not hollow, I don't know, but it's a solid piece. I love that her hand rests on this. Totally gives, a defensive move, a stabilization as she locks in her target. Really nice piece. But it's a beast. So, there is a whole generation that loves Star Wars, the prequel trilogy, and this is a great gift for someone in that realm. Older generation fans probably not going to dig it. I am really appreciative of the lengths of which they got her face right. The look of it, the feel. I feel like she's in an action pose, like she's ready to fire. But what I think sums it up is this statue lives and dies off of that face, and they got it right. Really just a great likeness of Natalie Portman. Perfect. Thank you, Gentle Giant. She is utterly fantastic. This is Bob from Total Recon, signing off.